What's up guys, Cory here. We're back to doing film reviews, and today we've got a good one for you. We're breaking down Shazam, the brand new film from the DCEU that honestly is keeping it on track with Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and we're going to go ahead and break it down for you right here and attack the review.
Billy Batson, I choose you.
Shazam is the origin story of 14-year-old Billy Batson, a troubled foster child in search of his real mother.
I'm yours.
After standing up for his stepbrother during a fight at school, a dying wizard named Shazam sees the courage inside of Billy and hands him all of his superpowers.
That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
It's now up to Billy to not only handle the responsibility of the superpowers, but to also learn the meaning of family.
Super straight.
The film stars Zachary Levi, Asher Angel, Jack Dillingrazer, and Mark Strong, just to name a few.
I'd like to purchase some of your finest beer, please.
Well guys, it's been a while, but I'm excited to jump back into this with Shazam because this was a film that was on my radar for the last few months. The trailers really kind of put it up in the air for me that it could either be, a very, very kiddish, modern-day big type of thing for this generation, or they could honestly bring it into the DCEU because with the success of Wonder Woman and the lightheartedness and the success of Aquaman, I think DC is starting to go in the right direction. But Shazam was something that you couldn't put necessarily, put the tail on the donkey there because a lot of it's strayed one way, a lot of it strayed another way. Really was up in the air, but it was a pleasant surprise once I got in the theater and got to sit down and watch the film. So I thought the film did really well with setting up the idea of Shazam and Billy Batson and why he was chosen here, and how Asher as a character is a little bit more timid until he becomes Shazam, and somewhat of his boyish goofiness that he doesn't get to explore so much comes out in the character, especially with Zachary Levi playing him. Another thing for me was the chemistry between the characters. Definitely when the kids were on screen, they were kids. When they were a family, it was one of the most believable, cohesive settings in a film that I had really seen. A lot of the characters, a lot of the interactions were super just developed and felt really, really classic, like they had known each other their whole lives, and it was something that you sometimes can miss in a film, or sometimes if it's not a horror film like It or Stranger Things, sometimes the children just can't portray the right emotion, and sometimes it's hard, especially at a younger age or just even being a teenager or a foster family especially, and sometimes it's that uniqueness that needs to come out, and it did very well. The casting and the direction in those scenes was fantastic, and it separated some of the importance in the film from some of the family moments that you really got to enjoy and gather from, So let's dive into the acting. I've got to give the acting a B+ because I thought it was really, really well acted. I thought the film had great chemistry. A lot of the characters were very cohesive with each other, and everybody was really committed to their role in this film. There was just moments that I personally think Zachary Levi and Mark Strong having just the two, villain and hero moments were fantastic, and there was some great comedy even between those. And I won't give you any spoilers because they're so good that you'll expect it when it's there, and you'll just laugh because it's so obvious, but it is perfectly executed. And that's the way this film needed to roll. It needed to be something that was lighthearted, but made all the right decisions and didn't overthink itself.
Oh, snap. You're like a bad guy, right?
And so for the cinematography, I'm gonna have to give that a B+ as well, because I thought it was really, really great. Also, it showcased every moment it needed to. A lot of the time, special effects can be very, very hit or miss, especially in a superhero film. There's kind of a way Marvel films have set up. There's kind of a way and a look to DC films that for at least the last 10 years or so, but I think the last 3 films or so are starting to push the envelope differently for DC, and I think that's a great thing because the cinematography reminded me a little bit more of early 2000s, mid 2000s teen comedy type of vibe that really played off well because of that feeling happening, but it's still being a superhero film, very cohesive. A lot of things that could go wrong did not go wrong, and that was completely reliant on the cinematography as well as the acting. Overall for Shazam, I gotta give it 4 out of 5 stars because I thought it was a great DC film, and not to mention a great superhero film. It played off all of your emotions, all of your inner child, all of your inner adult, There's good suspense, there's a lot of good moments of actual horror, and there's a lot of moments where you're pulling for the characters, and then a lot of good surprises that you don't know are happening or going to happen in the film, and it just really constantly gives you a bang for your buck feeling, and that's exactly what you want out of a superhero film. You want a little over the top, you want to feel satisfied leaving the theater, and especially with a lot of the emotion in Avengers right now and the way the DC films have gone in the past, I think DC is starting to become its own thing, and Marvel might need to start taking some notes, because films like Shazam are going to change the game in the next couple of years. Just definitely go out and see it. It's a good one, and go see for yourself.
How old are you?
Basically 15.
Dude, did you see that?
Yeah, you electrocuted a bus and almost killed these people.
And then I caught it!
You leave tall buildings in a single bound.
Well guys, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for stopping by our review of Shazam. Let us know what you thought about the film down here in the comments. Hit subscribe over on this side for more videos in the coming weeks, and as always, thanks for stopping by Attacker the Review right here on Midnight Media TV.